We are currently in between seasons of Tyler Perry's Sistas as we patiently await season 6. I have the breakdown for 11 new characters that we will see in season 6. What's good, y'all? It's your good sis Erica Vane coming to you right here on Erica Vane TV with another Sistas video. And without further ado, I'm just going to jump into it. But if you would like to go and read the descriptions for yourself, get to know the characters a little bit better, I have it for you on ericavane.com. It's linked in the description box down below, so go ahead and check it out. So let's go ahead and get into these characters. Starting off with Lewis, male between 40s and 50s, black. He is the owner of the store next door to Karen's hair salon. He is a good, kind, salt of the earth type. Had found Karen passed out inside of the smoky salon and had taken her to the hospital. So if y'all do not know, the salon is going to burn down in season 6, and as there's going to be certain points where Karen is actually trapped there. And y'all, I got way more tea than what I'm going to tell y'all here because I'm not trying to spoil it for y'all, but guess what? Season 6 is finna get real, and I cannot wait for everybody to come crawling back when it comes to Karen and like the resurrection of her image and likeness and people actually showing exactly how they really feel versus her getting all this ridiculous ass hate. I just cannot wait for this era of like people actually expressing and appreciating her more, and it's coming. So Lewis is a character who is going to be the one to actually find Karen and then help her basically and get her to the hospital. We are going to experience a couple episodes where we don't really know what's going to happen, but also with me giving you the breakdown of all these characters, it kind of tells you what happens throughout the season. So it's not really something that we need to worry about when it comes to Karen for real, even though they are going to try to dangle like, did she survive, did she die type of thing. The medical examiner, male or female, this is a business-like yet sympathetic medical examiner that confirms that there's a body of a deceased person that has been found inside the hair salon where there was a fire the previous evening. He or she is also able to ascertain where the fire started. So I am reading you guys what is posted for like the actors who are auditioning for these roles. That's why they give you like male or females or what age group, so that you could try to figure out what you best align with when you go to audition for these roles. Just to clarify a little bit, but this medical examiner is going to be here probably for just 1 or 2 episodes and provide additional information. And basically it's going to come down to them goofy ass flat irons on them curlers that Pam don't cut off. And I've already made a video about this, about how Pam burned down the salon. Link in the description box as well as the cards, so that you can go ahead and check that out after this video. And for everybody who was in the comments of that video talking about, so how you just going to blame Pam, because we have been getting this set up for the whole season 5. Literally, Karen has been struggling with Pam to send her video of her shutting down everything being turned off. We've already seen Pam come in once and realize that she didn't turn something off and then immediately had to try to do it. So I definitely think that it's going to wind up being Pam's fault, and the medical examiner is going to be the one who's going to actually tell us this. Maybe not necessarily say Pam because they don't know who worked there, but they're going to say somebody left the curlers on. Now, Penelope, female, mixed ethnicities, early 30s, friendly, humble, and very pregnant. Penelope is Jordan's little sister who arrives and introduces herself as Gary's fiance, which comes as a shock to the others. She gets along great with the girls, but they're hesitant to tell her the truth that would crush her. Gary has been two-timing her for months. Y'all, when I read this Penelope description, it's so many things in here because one, I also did a video about Andi's new man. I've already posted that video onto the channel, so you can go ahead and check that out. Again, every video that I mentioned, as well as the link to my website, is in the description box down below so that you can go ahead and check it out after this. But I talk about Jordan, who is going to be Andi's new man. What is wild to me in reading Penelope's description, because how in the hell do Andi meet Jordan on a dating app? And I again have that video, so I explain exactly what is coming in reference to Jordan and Andi's little connection, right? How in the hell does that happen? But then Penelope, who is Gary's baby mama and supposed fiance, related to the boy that now Andi is dating. Tyler Perry is so messy. But even before I say like how they are related, Gary having a pregnant fiance this whole time, meanwhile he's baby please take me back to Andi, and doing all this goofy stuff. You're menacing and you don't want Robin to touch her, to think about her, to even work at the same place as her. Meanwhile, you have a woman pregnant on her. and you're stalking her, watching her out of a telescope into this goofy ass penthouse that you bought. Like, Gary is really a sociopath. And Penelope, you might be a sweet girl, honey, but also you are part of the enemy, so I'm not rooting for you, and I don't give a damn about this pregnancy. And honestly, what really sent out red flags for me in reading this description is like the girls actually like her, or they get along great. She gets along great with the girls, but they're hesitant to tell her the truth. Why? Because nobody would be hesitant to tell Andi to hurt her feelings, and Andi is y'all's actual friend. A lot of these girls need to figure out where the hell their loyalties lies, because Penelope, we don't know you, honey. We know that you have now been impregnated by Gary, and we know that Gary is raggedy. And if you have allowed yourself to be impregnated by Gary, you could be a feeble little simple person like Andi who just can't see that fat meat is greasy, or you could be a shitty person who's also aligned with another shitty person. I don't actually know yet, so I'm not going to be too friendly with your ass. I'm just not. So Penelope, girl, I don't feel sorry for you as of right now. Maybe the person who plays her is going to play her a little bit sympathetic or whatever, but at this point, we need to make sure that Andi knows about her. We don't really care about what Penelope knows. Bartender Tina, 21 plus, all ethnicities female. The stern, playing it safe bartender at Joey's bar looks out for a patron, cutting her off after she's had too much to drink, taking away her keys so she doesn't drive, and calling for backup from her support system. I feel like Bartender Tina is going to cut off Danni. If we remember at the end of season 5, Danni left the house and then got into a conversation with what the hell is the boy name? Preston. Who's coming to get his stuff for the upteenth time again. And she left the house because the girls are there, were trying to have the intervention. I definitely think that Danni drives to a bar, and I feel like this could be, you know, her as the drunk person who the bartender cuts off, and then they wind up calling the girls to come and get her. And she probably just goes through her phone when Danni passes out in a bar or something like that, and then figures out who's her most called people, and then calls them, and then they come down and get her. Love this. Mindy, 21 plus, white female, the newly engaged patron of Joey's bar, is not afraid of confrontation with her fiance or his ex, but her patient demeanor and decisions can be perceived by others as willful manipulation and submissiveness. Mindy is probably the most interesting one that I'm thoroughly confused, because I don't see how she actually fits into the sisters' lives. I mean, if this is Danni who's getting all drunk and passes out at Joey's bar, then maybe she was talking to this girl at one point, and then the girl's ex person comes in and she has a conversation or whatever. I don't damn know. But then I'm also like, why the hell do we care? But it's probably just some background stuff that's happening amidst, you know, the girls coming to try to get Danni together because she's drunk at the bar. But we'll see what Mindy gives. Roberta, female, black, in her 50s, a tough woman. Roberta meets with Andi to discuss her upcoming divorce, which has left a bitter taste in her mouth. Roberta offers Andi some of her hard-earned wisdom and advises her to look out for herself instead of focusing on a man. Roberta, girl, you right, but she ain't gonna listen because Andi don't damn listen. Bus driver, male and female, 40s, open ethnicity. This tired bus driver tells our heroes, who have been completely distracted by their conversation, that it's the end of the line and they have to get off. I don't know who's riding the damn bus. I definitely think it's one of the sisters or some of the sisters, but I don't know who. Who do y'all think it is that's on the bus talking, and who are they talking to? I wonder. Officer Maxwell, male or female, 30s to 40s, open ethnicity. This officer politely but firmly steps in to take charge of a domestic situation. Y'all, I don't know what the domestic situation is going to be. It could be with Aaron and the stalker lady that might pop up at Karen's house, but I don't know. Again, I'm just grasping at straws based off of these descriptions. Who else could potentially have a domestic violence? Maurice, if he wants to get his car back from Q could come back to the house. It could be a thing. Yeah, I think that's the only ones. Who do y'all think the officer is here to deal with the domestic situation about? Brian, male, 30s. This gorgeous contractor is giving Karen a bid on repairs on her salon, which, as I mentioned, y'all, Karen gonna be okay because later on in the season we're gonna get to see her actually just trying to rebuild. Pam is completely smitten with him, but when Karen asks if he'd like to go out with Pam, he good-naturedly tells her that his wife and 7 kids probably wouldn't appreciate that. Come on, Mr. Loyal. I love that. So he's just going to be around for a little bit of an exchange at the salon. I ain't mad at it. I like it. Come on, contractors. Because if you anything like Paul, the contractors in the Tyler Perry universe is giving right now. And we love that. And we love that you stand loyal to your family. Wesley, male, any ethnicity, 40s to 50s, this experienced family lawyer promises to get his clients an emergency hearing. I think that this might have to do with Zach and him going after custody of Heather's kid. I don't remember his name, but I feel like that's what this could be. Family attorney definitely have to do with custody. And we also know like it's coming where we're going to get to see Zach go over to Heather's house to try to see the kid, and then her boyfriend is there being ridiculous and nasty and beating on the kid, and then Zach got to step in and show up for his son. I think that that's definitely going to progress, and we're going to ultimately wind up seeing Zach with his kid, and this is probably the start of that. And then last but not least is Patrick, male, black, 30s, handsome and disarming. Patrick approaches Maurice at a bar, but he's not interested in a one-night stand. Despite Maurice's best efforts to scare him off, Patrick seems genuinely interested in getting to know him. And Patrick is probably going to be Maurice's good guy, but because he's so tainted and stained by the situation with Q and all of his other bad decisions, he's going to try to run this man off. And we're probably going to watch Patrick just try to pursue him and show up for him genuinely. I don't know if I'm actually here to see Maurice in anything healthy as of right now. I think that he also needs to take some time because he's gone through a lot. He's created a lot of drama and bullshit, in my opinion. But if Tyler Perry gonna give it to us, then okay, I guess. All right, y'all, those are the 11 characters that we can expect in season 6. If there's any new additions, I will be sure to, of course, keep you updated. So subscribe, join the tribe so that you don't miss out on any of my sisters' conversations moving forward. Now it's your turn. Drop down in the comment section if you haven't already, and let me know which character are you most excited to see, which storyline can you not wait to see and hear, and what do you predict will happen next? Drop all of that and more in the comment section down below so that we can keep the conversation going, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.